Hey, 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 you beautiful twin flames. I'm so excited to say that we're out of Mercury retrograde. Woohoo! We can have a party now. I'm really delighted that I've got some new viewers, some new subscribers, some new people joining my courses. If you want to know how to come into union with your twin flame, please contact me via email so you can do my twin flame system. I'm going to be delving in very deep today to the twin flames, and I'm going to be explaining some things that you may not have heard before. So this is very exciting for me, and I'm going to also acknowledge the divine feminine and how much courage and how much gusto it really does take to be on this journey. Many of you watching today who've been on the journey for a while may have considered leaving many times, and I really congratulate you for staying and remaining in your heart space as much as you can, despite the circumstances that you find yourself in. As I'm shuffling the cards, I'm going to let them fall out, and then I'll keep talking to you as they fall out, and then I'll do the reading. Wow, here we go. So the divine feminine at this time has really been focusing upon herself. And for many divine feminines, this is because they've had no other choice, because their divine masculine isn't coming in, or if they are, they aren't coming in the way they would particularly like them to. So, you know, there may be communication and no commitment, or there may be communication but it's only via text message, or there may be communication but it's not congruent with what you thought it was going to be. And there's this real disconnect going on in the 3D reality in comparison to the 5D reality, or the ethereal realm, which I like to call it. But the divine feminine is having doubts, because even though her masculine may be showing up in the 3D reality, it isn't what she needs right now. In fact, the divine feminine is longing for intimacy in the 3D world. She's longing for a connection in the 3D world. She wants to taste, touch, and feel her divine masculine. And many of the divine feminines have come out of the longing energy now and into an energy that is far more numb or numbing. It's as if they want to say, I don't want second best. I don't want to just have you in 5D. And of course, the manifestation can come from the 5D, from the heart space, from that third eye to third eye connection. But she really understands that she needs, not wants, she needs intimacy in her actual 3D reality. And so many divine feminine are ignoring or lessening their connection to their divine masculines because they aren't getting this. And they're completely happy in the knowing that until they get it, they're quite happy to go on with their own lives, knowing that they are connected anyway through the soul. Now I want to grab some oracle cards to set this reading alight before we begin. I'm going to allow the ones that I'm guided to come out now. Okay. So this is what I was saying. The divine feminine is realizing that there's an internal embrace anyway. So even if her divine masculine isn't showing up in the 3D for right now in the way she wants, there is this knowing that they are together anyway via the soul. Many divine feminines have had to move on because the pain in the pain body and also in the emotional body. So there's a pain body and an emotional body, and she just can't go through it anymore. It's the pain of missing them. And this pain is so deep that it's felt, wow, it's felt within her inner child. You know, I always like to say that we are adults. We are adults because we look like adults, but really if you delve deeper inside of a person, we really are just children trapped in adults' bodies. You know what I mean? Our heart space is vulnerable, like children, and even though many of us have the intellect of prophets or of, enlightenment, we still feel pain like children do, especially emotional pain. So the surrender of the feminine into this connection has been for her own safety. She's surrendering the journey to the divine because she can't make sense of it. You know, sometimes I do absolutely nothing and in comes my divine masculine with all this love, and sometimes I do all this stuff and then he ignores me, and sometimes I think he's going to call or text or come around and then he doesn't. And so now she just surrenders. She says, you know what, I give up. This is a wonderful trick from the universe. I give up. Okay, I don't know when this is going to happen. I don't know how this is going to happen. And for right now, I just have to do me. So she's surrendering here now. And now I want to get some clarity from the masculine. He is undoubtedly in love with her. He knows he needs to bring more, and I'll hold the cards up in a moment. I just want to read it first. So he knows he needs to bring more because his actions have been confusing. More than his actions have been confusing, his emotions have been confusing. He also feels left out in the cold, in the holding on to the connection. He's holding on to the connection so tightly at times that he's trying to build it in some kind of way in his mind. It's this building in his mind, and then how do I actually bring it to fruition? You know, it's a very unusual way of thinking about the connection, because the divine feminine just wants to be in the connection. So very interesting here. She just is ready to be in it. You know, maybe she's wearing no makeup. Maybe she's got her heart on her sleeve. Maybe she's been through some stuff lately, but she's willing to connect anyway. The divine masculine goes, well, I'm not 100% perfectly ready yet. And so he envisions himself coming to her in a way that's alluring, in a way that's kind of like fantasy. And until he can do this for real, he sets himself aside in many ways. So he sets himself aside in ways of miscommunication or non-communication or text-only communication or imaginary communication, but it's not real. He still remains on his own. There's no trueness of connection happening right now. And even though he's holding on to the idea of it happening in the future and building it up to be this wonderful crescendo, this wonderful fantastical thing in the future, divine feminine's ready now. You see the disconnect here. You know, he's like, I want to build a future with you, but I've got to get all of these things done first. And she's like, why don't we just come together now and build together? And he's like, no. I need to save, or I need to, get my plane ticket or my train ticket or my, my qualification in this, as an engineer or whatever it is. Wow. And the divine feminine, my throat chakra's been going crazy the last couple of days because the divine masculine is being ignorant of the right now. Wow, he's not living in the present moment. I sang this yesterday. All I wanna do is have some fun. I got a feeling I'm not the only one. All I wanna do is have some fun until the sun comes up on the Santa Monica Boulevard. She wants to know him now. She doesn't want to say, well, in 10 years in the future, when Noah from the Notebook has built my house, I'll come back then. It's like she sees the present moment and he doesn't. He doesn't understand that the present moment counts. And so in many ways he becomes ignorant and arrogant and cuts her away. Many of them still looking on the social media or looking at photographs or looking at the past conversations they've had with the Page of Swords here. But there's this cutting off of communication, even within the communication that they may or may not be having, he still cuts her off. He still disallows her to come together properly in the physical, tangible 3D world. And his manifestation is all imaginary, because even though to manifest you need to, dream about it, imagine it, sense it, she wants something tangible in the 3D world, and she wants it now. I want it now. I want it right now. It's that, the Willy Wonka girl. She's like, I want it now. But it's not in a bad way. It's not in a spoiled way. It's in a, look, we both live on the third dimensional plane of existence. I need to have conversations with you. This is all about communication here. And Mercury retrograde put a lot of dampener on the communication. She wants communication for real. She wants to see him perhaps on a video call, or, at least hear his voice on the telephone if they can't come together via their localities. And he doesn't understand this. He's coming from that place of compartmentalization. I need to have enough money before I can. I need to have enough knowledge before I can. It's almost like he's planning the communications first. I can send her a text message, but I can't come together and have a real conversation because I need to plan it first. It's this very non-organic way of thinking about the connection. I've only got, $500 right now, and I need $10,000 before I could even think of coming forward. It's just this, he's putting up these blockades. And then he disallows the feminine to speak her truth because of the lack of communication or the non-communication. And so she's walking away. She's surrendering to not needing it now. She doesn't need it anymore. Look at that. The Six of Swords. Wow. He thinks that he's in the boat with her because he's got this idea that it's coming in the future, in the future, in the future, in the future, in the future. And she's saying, we need to have a conversation. I can't do this anymore. I don't want to just have a 5D connection anymore. It's not enough. I actually want to sit with you. I want to converse with you. I want to tell you my dreams, my passions, my desires, my fears, my hopes, my craziness. I want to connect with you for real in the tangible 3D reality. And you keep disallowing me to do that. You're too busy, or you're at work, or you live too far away, or there's a karmic, or there's something in the way all of the time. And the feminine is, wow, literally seeing him as the King of Swords, or the King of Spears, as it says in the Games of Thrones tarot here. You're cutting me off by disallowing me to communicate when I need to. I've got things I need to tell you, Divine Masculine, and you're not allowing me to do that. A text message isn't enough. A 10-minute phone call once a month or once a week or whenever isn't enough. So let's see what else the feminine says now. Wow. She's trying not to be pissed off, but she is, because he's disallowing her to communicate. As he goes away in this separation, and maybe just texts her and then leaves the message bank or whatever, she's not allowed to speak her truth, and it's driving her kind of nuts. Wow. Yeah. You know, we've been together for a long time. We've known each other for a long time. You know, you are me and I am you. She has wisdom to bring him. She has nurturing to give him. She's not, you know, she doesn't care about the future plans as much as the time that they spend together in the present moment of right now. You know, if you can walk past those flowers in the garden, you know, and be texting on your phone and never see the beauty of the garden. And this is what's going on with the masculine right now. He's denying the beauty of the garden right now. She is beautiful right now. She is waiting right now. There's so many transformational things that she wants to speak about, to understand, to delve into with him. She's not looking for a particular perfection. She's only looking for her beloved. And then we have the Magdalene here. I want to nurture you in the present moment of right now. You know, I don't care if you haven't had a shower and you just got home from work. You know, it doesn't matter to me. I love you anyway. I am your beloved. It doesn't matter if you're having a bad time. I'm here for you. It doesn't matter if you've got issues. I'll help you through them. You know, she wants to be that nurturing, beautiful, sustaining love, like the bride of Christ. You know, there is nothing you can say to me that will make me not love you. There is nothing you can do to me that will make me not love you. I love you unconditionally, but I need to see you. You know, you notice how the Magdalene has her eyes closed here. You know, to be with the masculine, the feminine has had to constantly go within and imagine him. And she wants to come out of this imagination now. Wow. And that's the secret. For any divine masculines listening today, the acknowledgement in the 3D is important to the feminine. The acknowledgement and the time spent with the feminine is a sacred, beautiful thing. She has much to share with you. And the disconnection, you'll want to move it forward as a future foreseeable thing. You know, there the masculine is building on his own. There's no one with him there. He's on his own. Or maybe he's got a few workmates. But the feminine's not there. It's like he wants to build this connection, but he wants to do it on his own. That's not possible. The connection is built together. Many divine feminines willing to walk away at this time. Many divine feminines willing to negate the connection for the sake of their own sanity in the 3D reality. They can't handle the disconnection anymore. You know, they can go on this journey on their own, and they can have many transformations, they can have many understandings, they can have enlightenment coming through them, but they need the physical, tangible stuff as well. You know, we are souls, but we do have human bodies. So the human body has needs. The human body longs for affection. It longs for intimacy. It longs for a connection. Wow. Look at this. The divine masculine thinking very illusionary, very up in the clouds, very daydream energy, very, secretive about his own agenda here. Perhaps even thinking that the divine feminine is ungrounded right now, unhinged a little bit. Why does she need me? I don't understand this need. Why does she have to need me? I'm committed to the future of us, he says. But you notice what, he says after I'm committed to the future of us. The divine feminine is committed to the now of us. And so this progression of the masculine, he knows that she is the destiny. She knows that this is important for his future. The divine feminine is perhaps ignoring or walking away or speaking her truth in some kind of way to the masculine so that he understands that she needs it now. I want it now. I want it right now. There's always going to be more breakthroughs. There's always going to be more healing. There's always going to be more stuff that needs to get done because we live in the 3D tangible world. But she needs something that she can go to right now. She already knows what it's like to be alone. She already knows what it is like to be lonely. And if he can't bring her this love right now, she will move on. For many divine feminines, that's the case. She will move to, a broader horizon. So she just wants to say one more thing now to the masculine here. Many divine feminines having difficulty sleeping too right now. Yeah, wow, look at this. Again, we have the beloved card. Do you put your beloved in the future, or should we enjoy that right now? How much transformation do you need to have before we come together? Do you really need to get that job first? Do you really need more money first? Do you really need that, do you need to really iron your suit before you come and see me? Because it doesn't matter. I can iron it for you. She's trying to join them up and say, look, you don't have to keep this on the back burner all the time, because you haven't dealt with that or this or that. I'm willing, as your beloved, to work through these things with you. You aren't separate from me. It's not you over there and me over here. We're not separate from one another. Our communion means that we're joined together. Let me help you through this, whatever it is. Whatever it is. Let's do this together. Divine feminine having to have been very strong on her own. The strength of the dragons behind the Empress here in this card is phenomenal. Where she gets her inner strength from is unknown. But she's not settling anymore. She needs it in the 3D. The 3D has to come now. She's been strong enough and alone enough for a long enough time. And so she wants to move forward with this connection. Wow, big energy. I'm going to put this as an urgent message for twin flames today. I feel like it's really important. The more people that see it, the better. Like, share, subscribe, and comment. I love all of your comments. Email me if you need. I do feel just guided to get one more oracle card. Yeah, wow, look at this. Purgatory. This is how the divine feminine has been feeling, as though she's in purgatory, which of course is that it's like hell, you know, it's like being muffled, being muted, being tortured, you know. It says purgatory, and yet the light is there. You know, she's had to use her own light to find her way. And the light of God, or whoever she believes in. But she can only continue to light the path for herself right now. And the twin flame needs to come. It's time for him to come in the 3D for many twin flames right now. Union is, it's either imminent or being released. So if you're a divine masculine listening today, please understand that your divine feminine wants to do this with you, wants to ride the journey with you. The separation feels like excruciating pain, torture, unbearable. It's unbearable. You know, I'm guided to talk about, you know, how they used to, you know, lay in the 1900s, they used to lay someone on the rack and keep, you know, and they would attach them, and then they would turn the thing, and, you know, they'd stretch the person out. That's what it feels like for the feminine to be away from her masculine. Excruciating pain in the body, in the emotions as well. And so she has no choice but to move on, because she can't bear it anymore. It's, you know, it's unbearable pain in the 3D. Unbearable pain. Wow. Really urgent reading for twin flames today. Of course, if you need help with your own twin flame journey, please contact me. My information is below in the description box. And of course, as always, I'm sending you all of my love. And it was just 33 on the timer there, if you're into synchronistic numbers. I'm sending you so much love. I hope you have a beautiful day, night, afternoon, evening, or morning, wherever you are in the world. Stay safe and know that you are loved. Bye for now. Bye.